Next year, I was expected to get a graduation from my PhD, miserable PhD. So I feel like it's time for liberation. So my mother is quite anxiously asking. You don't want to be in it, right? Okay, my mother was quite anxiously asking me to find a job before I graduated. Otherwise, then I would repeat the same mistake that I made during my undergraduate. That I didn't find any job, and then after graduation, I get a very bad job. So I these days I have been searching a lot of high-paying jobs in UK, and these high-paying jobs, that is about 100,000 pounds a year, and after I see it's about a quantum researcher, and after I read their job descriptions, I find that these jobs are super easy and quite these job descriptions are seems quite silly. It's written by very silly people because they said that have experience can use version control version controls can do version control like including Git and Mercurial. This is very simple skill. Then how can some silly people to write it as a job or description for a 100,000 pounds job? And other things, just a list of 4 such things, super silly, super simple job requirements for this job, super high paying jobs. And then after I read it, I was thinking, this job, this I think that the people who wrote this job description must be the people is a supervisor of this job. Of this job, so he must be have a much higher, is a boss of these positions, so he has much higher salary than the job that I am applying to. And these people are so silly, asking so simple, very at least 4 similar such like you can able to use you can use the version control software. This is super easy. I think every PhD computer science PhD student can do it because their code need always changing, and then every people will use version control. And second, can use the Python to solve problems and research problems, and every people can do it. And also can is preferable with can use C and C sharp C++. Also is very simple, and just 4 such silly requirements is this job for the high paying job, 100,000 pounds a year. And then I feel like then I feel like it is quite silly, and it makes me quite confident. And after reading this job descriptions, and makes me realize that thinking about what these companies need, like these quantum companies, quantum research companies, they need a real time. They read their code to be cooperated, so they need the typing. They need to use Python typing and PyTest for these things, and so I understand. So they need their code to be quite reliable, and so then and a lot of cooperation and quite explainable. So it's very basic requirement for coding. And I think this high paying jobs, why it is so simple. And then also, yeah, this is what I feel about that. Although I haven't applied for such jobs, if I apply, then they would not choose me. But I really think these jobs are quite a silly job descriptions in them. This is one discovery that I found. The second discovery that I found is I have that top this the top 100 graduate employers that in UK. The first one is in this year is a civil servant, civil servant. This is the same as in China. In China, the best job is also civil servant. The best university graduates, most of them, maybe 40% of the best university in China, they went to become a civil servant. But unfortunately, I can't apply for those jobs because the majority of civil service in UK requires UK nationals or EU nationals, and even some Turkish nationals, but they don't so I can't apply for that job. So I was still thinking, but there still are some jobs for me, like UKRI, like doing technology or engineering or doing research. And also that in the universities, then this is a job that I can apply. So I don't have much chance to do civil service. So but still have opening for me to apply for this stable, quite a stable jobs. And also I think the rejections that I have encountered this month applying for 10 jobs and all rejected me. That makes me feel and also I feel complete stranger. I think that getting a job for me is super important for me to stay in UK but it's super important for me, and if I can get one and get a high paying one would make me very happy and very happy. So but when from my perspective that I needed perspective, I need it, and then I would feel like, oh, please give me a job, then give me a good job in UK, and then UK's job, you can just work 2 or 3 hours a day, and then 5 days, and don't have to work in the evening or in the weekend. That's super good job. Then I can focus on my family and focus on my life, and then work-life balance. That is so good. So I would all wishing to get a good job, and then from my side I will think, but then I think that, oh, why they could give me a job? Then I think about this is a complete strange world to me, and a complete darkness to me, and still my English is not so good. And most jobs they would require that fluency in English or a good communication skills, and then I thinking about myself. I am not still quite struggling in speaking English, and also in listening English, and then I don't want to pay too pressure on myself. I just think one thing to make myself feeling a little bit better. Say, just ask one thing, that after almost 3 years in UK, have I tried well to improve my English skills? I think I really did, because I think I have already did. I did this YouTube channel is just to improve my English, and also I have dealt with so much other people's coldness, and just want to join other people's groups, to listen to their talking, and to improve my English listening and communication, and to learn their cultures. I think I have tried quite hard. So if my English is still such level, so I wouldn't blame myself too much. And this is feels quite dark for me, that I'm very still struggling in English. But also another thing is, as I have very little bit experience, and I have very little experience to working in UK. I don't know what will happen in the work environment, and but this is what I always go to extremes. So one extreme is that I feel so negative about myself and complete darkness in the world. Why other people would give me a chance? And since this year economy is not so good, and many people shrinking the jobs, and many graduates can't find a job. Why they give me a chance? And I come from nowhere, and then so that is a complete darkness for me. But but after I have a little bit of job trying, then I would feel like that I don't like to do it at all. Things like, such as I'm doing lab helping job in my university. I do maths and a maths gym to help the students. And that is a very good pay. 3 hours I get £100 paid, and the students, and then I find that these students are quite stupid. I teach them how to do derivative of this of one thing, and then I teach them once and twice and 3 times, and then he still struggles the same problem. Then I feel so. And also other things about the lab helping in our university to helping students doing their coursework in coding, and I think that the students why they are so stupid in these things. Then I kind of sometimes I just can't hide my true judgment to them, and then they don't like me either. I think that is very difficult for me to when I saw these students, the students are wasting their time to fumbling everything, and then still have no progress, and then I could still smiling to them, and then this thing can do like this, and then but I wouldn't pretend with them to do this cooperation. So I think that I have some job experience in UK already, like doing lab helping, and then I find that once I do it, then I feel like this I am much better than these jobs. So it is quite awkward, right? You want to make a transaction successful, so the seller must have a lower in the seller's mind. They have a target price, and the buyers mind they have a target price. For the transaction to successful, the buyer's price, the target price should be lower than should be higher than the seller's price. But in my mind, I think I am like the companies, the jobs. They are the buyers, and I am the seller. Then I am the seller, but I have a much higher price than these buyers. So makes it quite awkward. So things like even if I tried very hard to get a job and submit a lot of CVs, resumes, but even if I get this, most of the time, majority of the time, they will reject me directly. But even if I get admitted, I wouldn't be happy with these jobs. So I think maybe it is the effect of after doing a PhD that you would think that many jobs in the world is just below me, and they just very expertise in some specific, but PhD is teaching you to make new knowledges, and you would think that these people just make money by using some kind of expertise that is can be replaced by AI very quickly, very easily, and then quite silly to do that. So that is making me quite awkward this now. So there's only one way, and there's only one way for me to just go up in my PhD and to do postdoc. Then I could improve myself, and then I wouldn't feel the job is below me, or I am wasting my life. I just do this job just to make money, or do this job I just and to ending myself. That is the end of my life and the end of my career, everything. And also I also heard about other people's stories, and I see here some Chinese girls. They said that the first generation of immigrants are always very miserable, and the reason that they immigrate to the better countries is for their second generation. So, and this girl said that she get a CFP 20 years ago in China, and make a lot of money for real estate. She works in bank, but she don't like her job. She said that when she works in China, she always she feels like she is doing evil things. She is doing things for the evil people, just to help the evil people doing evil things to the bank in China, and but after she immigrated to USA, she can't. Even with a CFP in China, is not recognized in America. She can't find a happy job in America, and since she also she has enough money, so she just become a YouTuber and just talking to people who are more stupid more stupid than she. I mean, and also she has to always pretend that she is a little girl, or maybe I think maybe she is much older than me, but she always just in a way seems very much younger, like a 20-year-old girl. So I was thinking like that is not a good life. I think I think if you do domestic cosmetics, make yourself to look younger to please others, and then maybe this cosmetics maybe have some poisonous things to make you make your health in sacrifice. So I don't think that is a very good ending for her. So it's like a big trap for most of people, like for most people like me. So when we don't have a job, we wish to have one. Once we have a job, then each day spend that is paid by the company, and then we have this. We can use this money to can buy this and buy that, and can plan the future to have vacations, or how to buy nice things for the people we loved, and also get a dignity in around for people around us. But once we get a job, but we will have so many complaints, like this very beautiful and brilliant girl in China. She get a so good job in China working in a bank, but she said she not happy about it because she's thinking about she is helping the evil people to do evil things. And like me, when I get a job, then I would find that this is job too below me, is too stupid. Then then I sometimes will snap up. So that is what I think. I think that but these days I have I think that a PhD is so miserable. It's also very miserable. It's not good at all. And these days trying to search for jobs and trying to connect my expertise, connect my skills with the job market. It makes my miserable PhD more endurable, more endurable now. So I think maybe I would just be content with the job that any job that I can find, that any best job that I can find at last. I shouldn't be too picky, and once that I can have a job, then I would be happy with it, and since it can make a living, and then I'm happy. I think the more internship or the more part-time job that I had before I have a permanent job in UK, I would get a more high skilled, get a more higher ambitious. I think at the beginning that I come to UK, I would do a cleaner's job in UK, because even doing a cleaner's job, I had the similar pay that I get a full-time job in China. But now I wouldn't do that at all. And then I do a lab helping job and do a tutoring in lab helping, and that's much higher pay than cleaner's job. It's three times more pay than a cleaner's job, and don't make my pain my body. That the cleaner's job make me have a hemorrhoid, and so and then even after doing this lab helping job and helping the people coding, helping the university student coding and doing maths, I feel that I can do much better. So I have higher expectations for myself and have more skills. Also, I have an internship this year to do coding for for a company, for a private company, and also earn some money as well, and quite an easy money. It's also very easy, but this company has some problems because it is too small. It is too small. It asked me to do something, but didn't tell me what they want me to do. And then after I do it, it will say this wrong, this that wrong, and they just don't say it what they wanted to do. So, and I think that this small companies is not that good for me because it is not normal, and everything that is the problem, they would blame you the problem because you are the only, because the people are the boss, and then everything that she's unhappy, they would only blame you. So things like that, I just no more emptily thinking, worrying or thinking anything, not to just do some real more part-time jobs and do some more internships. Then I will know that whether my English is enough for the job, whether I like this job or not. Then I will get a satisfactory, more satisfactory. So just to do more in part-time job before my PhD graduation. Then I will get a better landing after my graduation. And yes. And yeah, that's it. Yeah. Thank you very much.